Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Boston Beast 31, and I'm coming at you with a different video and a different setup here today. And we are going to be doing NCAA Football 14 in just preparation for the new college football game coming out next July. I hope today we are going to be tackling none other than the old school game of college football 14. So with that said, we are going to be using obviously the most up-to-date rosters that I could find on Operation Sports. So shout out to them and shout out to all the people that put this together so people could still download rosters and still be able to do all this. First things first, I will not be having the new teams that are added through Team Builder, and that will include James Madison, Jacksonville State, Sam Houston State, and then old schools such as New Mexico State and another team builder team in Liberty. Sorry in advance, but I will not be able to have them for future conferences and future realignment amidst conferences. So first things first, what I had to do with the past 20 minutes before setting all this up for you all is getting the conferences to see how they are in real life. It took a while, but we got the hang of it. Some of these conferences still will have um, championship games at a neutral site. So, for example, the Pac-12 championship game is played at the Fight Hunger Bowl, also known as the 49ers' new stadium. So we have to change that up right now. But all that said, too, this is going to be the 2013 season, but with 22 rosters. So in year two, which will be next season in 2014, conferences will be realigned starting with new schools such as UAB, Rice, North Texas, Florida Atlantic, and UTSA will all go from their respective conference to the American. And then the American Conference will lose Cincinnati, Houston, and UCF all to the Big 12, including independent Brigham Young, also known as BYU. That same season will also include the the Big Ten, having a realignment amidst their self with, I would say, Rutgers moving over to well, we're going to basically be adding USC to UC, and UCLA to the Big Ten West, and one of the West teams will have to move over to the East to make room for them to join the conference. And then the year after that, then another big change will have to be aligning the SEC to have Oklahoma and Texas joining them. So with all that said, 50-50 sliders, 8-minute clocks on each quarter, and we will begin the Dynasty. I should have had a default of advantage of +3 so I could have an advantage of scouting and recruiting. But that's okay. We could just start from scratch. I'm using my own self as the person of interest for this. And as you can tell by the thumbnail and the title of the video, we are going to be rocking with the 2-star prestige, 79 overall, 83 overall offense, and 80 overall defense in the Mountain West Conference. University of North, I cannot talking too much. University of Nevada at Las Vegas, also known as the UNLV Running Rebels. We are going to try and build them up with the current quarterback situation. I hope and I pray with these rosters they had it up to date whenever I downloaded it via the server before I can download it again with the update rosters now. But I'm hoping that Harrison Bailey is on the team when we start this. I hope those are legit offensive and defensive coordinators. If not, I'll change that off camera. And with all that said, let's hop over here to the team depth chart and look at that real quick. And he is not on the team, which makes me really, really mad. So what I'm going to have to do is, well, we got Tate Martell, the former Ohio State quarterback. We're going to have to change Cameron Frill's name to Harrison Bailey and redshirt him. So should have looked at this beforehand, but that's okay. Really good running back, really good quarterback room. Can't wait to see how that works for the future of this program. Decent offensive, not decent actually. Terrible offensive line. So can't wait to get all that started over here for them and get them right on the right foot. And you're probably wondering how I'm going to be laying this out. So this first episode is just an introduction to everything and just an introduction to the team and how everything will go with that. We have terrible, terrible, terrible cornerbacks. So we are going to be terrible everywhere. So, yeah. So right now what we are going to do before I forget is go over here to, I'm going to be doing recruiting off screen, so I won't bore you all with that. Right now we are going to redshirt players, and we're going to make Cameron Friel, I wish I could change where he's from, but we're going to say that's Harrison Bailey. So we're going to redshirt him. Hopefully he doesn't transfer again. We're going to make Tate Martell a quarterback. We're going to have Justin Rogers backing him up, and then Brumfield at third string. Got some really, really good receivers here. They're all young, which is great to see. So, again, terrible offensive line. Wish it was better, but that's okay with me. So, we're just going to have to navigate and go along with it. But that's all part of the fun here for these dynasties, as you all have known in previous videos of content creators across the world have done. So let's go over the schedule. I say it's going to be not too challenging. I say it's going to be it's an F. So we'll start the year off against Minnesota on the road, home against Arizona, home against Central Michigan, and then home versus basically North Dakota State. And start conference play week 5. So we could make this a little challenging and add a better team to the schedule. I would say could travel to Tennessee and play them. Let's change this season and the Dynasty. Goading to Happy Valley and playing Penn State on the road. You all can still hear me. And then I think Arizona. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. So we have 7 home games. Another away game to start the year. We go to Charlotte. Go to Coastal. Let's go to Florida International. I know that's a weird matchup, but ignore the conference champions there for UNLV. 17-15. Yeah. So we're going to start the year against Penn State, so that'd be episode 1. And what I'm going to do right now off screen, and hopefully it does not mess anything up, I'm going to go over here to edit roster. What I have over here in another window, and you you all can't see it, but we are going to make, again, Cameron Friel. Can't change his number to 5, but again, I'll do that off camera. And this is going to be Mr. Harrison Bailey. I'm going to upgrade some of his attributes just to make it look like it is Harrison Bailey. I think he is right-handed. I forgot, he's not that tall. 6'5", 225, light skin tone. He's not bald. Never seen him in line. Just looking for a blonde hair, good looking guy, you could say. Where's he at? That may be close enough too, at 20. I had no idea they had this many faces in here. Yeah, 20 may be the move for Mr. Harrison Bailey. He was just a little guy too, from what I recall him at UT, so hey. Let's upgrade some of his statistics here. I bet he's like a 73, 72. Okay, I'll take that. Harrison Bailey, that kind of looks a lot like him now, attribute-wise and everything else. So, this is kind of pleased with it. We'll have to see how it goes. But I will fill you all in on recruiting starting the next episode if I remember to do that here shortly after recording this first one. But that's going to do it for this episode of UNLV Dynasty #1. And as always, this is Boston Beast 31. Signing out.